Inspiration, the Power is Within podcast. Gonna have a short one again tonight. Like I said, I've been really busy in my other business, which is a blessing. So I don't have a lot of time getting the boys together. What I wanted to talk about tonight, which I'm not going to, is my two boys fought last weekend, and I wanted to post some clips on that and have them talk about how they felt during their first fight. But Claude was out last night and didn't come home till this morning, and Frank is playing on his game and didn't get things together. So we're going to talk about what to do in the darkness. What do I mean by that? What do you do in the darkness? What do you do when everything looks like it's going to hell in a handbasket? A hand basket. That's an old expression. What do you do when everything you've done just turns to nothing? And it looks like there's no way out. It looks like you're never going to reach your goals. It looks like, it appears, because you're judging by the evidence of your senses. In those times, it's extremely important to hang on to the vision. What is seen is transitory, it passes away. What is unseen, which is your vision, is eternal. It has the power to come to fruition if you don't judge your life and everything that's going on now by what you're seeing, by what you're feeling, by what you're experiencing. I've been there. Sometimes it's a pain or a knot in your stomach that seems like it's never going to go away. Sometimes it's despair, discouragement. Discouragement is one of the worst things there are, because from it stem other forms of disillusionment, disappointment. You want to give up, but you can't give up. You have to get up and press on and do the next right thing. And sometimes the next right thing is just to wait. And maybe you think, well, God, this is such wasted time. Nothing's happening. And when something does happen, it seems like it pushes you in the opposite direction of where you want to go. I'm going to tell you, if you have big goals and dreams, you're going to have these times where it seems like instead of moving forward and moving towards your dream, your goal, your vision, you're going the other way. And the harder you try and the more action you take, it seems that you're actually being pushed away farther by the action you take instead of moving you closer. These times come to all of us if we're doing something above the average, something not normally done by the masses. These waiting times are not wasted times. Now, what do I mean by that? How can you build character and integrity? I've spoken about this before, but it's very important. I'm sure you know someone or know of someone that has reached a pinnacle of success and in a short time self-sabotaged and destroyed it all. The reason for this is that person did not have the character, the integrity, the inner power to be able to accept that success, to be able to manage that. So they self-sabotage. If you're going to achieve your big goals, your big dreams, you have to be willing to go through the fiery furnace of affliction. I like an expression out of an old book of wisdom. For in fire gold is tested, and worthy men in the crucible of humiliation. Excuse me. You're going to go through some humiliating times on your road to whatever you deem to be success. But it takes these humiliating times to keep your ego from getting so large when you achieve your desires, you don't think you're the greatest thing in the world. There's nothing wrong with thinking you're great. It's much better than thinking you're a nobody or a nothing. The problem is when you think that all your greatness and all your success came only from you. Sure, you took the action, but if you look back humbly over your life, you will see how things came to pass. People came in and out of your life at just the right time, just the time you needed them. And then they passed on when you didn't need them anymore. How much did you have control of that? Did you go looking for these people? Hey, I need you for this. Some you did, of course. And when you were done with them or when you didn't need them anymore, did you say, hey, see you later, I don't need you anymore? No, these things seem to happen automatically. By the grace of God, if you like, your higher self brings these people, these situations, these opportunities into your life. And our part is to take advantage of the opportunities, to walk through the fear, to get to the success that we desire. Doubt and fear is two of the greatest things that stand in your way of success. Fear, it's going to be with you. Make it a friend. The only difference between a hero and a coward is the hero faces his fear, he confronts it, he walks through it. And the coward turns away to live another day of misery and shame and regret. I don't regret the times I faced fear. I regret the times when I didn't have the courage to face the fear and to walk through the fear to the opportunity that awaited me. Fortunately, God is good, so we get more than one opportunity in life. But the only regrets a person will have when they get older is the things they didn't try, the things they didn't do. Now you just, get used to failure because failure is part of success. The road to success is paved with failure. I know we're taught in school that failure is bad, but without failure, there cannot be success. You have to continue to try and continue to move forward through your failures to reach your goal, your destiny, your vision, your purpose. And the joy truly is in the journey. It's the failures, the people you meet, the small victories, the successes, the discouragement, the disillusionment, the happiness, the joy, the fulfillment. All of this makes up life. And today is the day. Don't think that when you reach your goal, everything's going to be great. Man, when I get there, when I get that house, when I get that car, when I make that 6 figures a year, when I hit that $1 million mark or $1 billion mark, or when I get that yacht or that private jet, whatever it is, when I can fly first class, that's not it. Sure, it's great to have those goals and it's great to reach them. But these are short-lived feelings that come from a temporary success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. That's a quote from Earl Nightingale, and I like that because success is not the destination. Although it's very important to have goals, it's the journey, it's the process, it's the people you meet, the relationships you build. I have a friend, and he says he wants to be the king of the nursing home. Well, first off, you think, I don't want to be in a nursing home. But it's really just an analogy. What he's talking about is in the nursing home, which we have many people in those homes here in the U.S. and in first world countries. The man with the greatest memories is the king. He's the richest man. Because I'm telling you, as you get older, I'm 63, and I still have big goals, big dreams, big visions. I can look back over my life and think, man, I've had a wonderful life. And I've been through divorces, custody battles, I've lost children, I've been run out of the country to avoid arrest, I've had to leave another country because of false accusations, both times false accusations, which I got all cleared up later. I was told that I would never see my children again. It just goes on and on. I don't know if I was told if I wouldn't see. Okay, I had my children taken away, and I didn't know if I were going to see them again or not. That's that's the way it went. It's hard to remember during all that turmoil. But looking back on all of that, I'm glad it happened. Even though it was terrible at the time, it built character and inner strength in me that I couldn't have gotten in any other way. Now, would I want to be young again? No. Only if I could go back with the wisdom that I have learned through these, how would I say, difficult experiences. I don't want to have to learn that again. And had you asked me, hey, Mark, you can have this certain amount of success if you're willing to go through this, I would have said, I'll tell you what, thanks, but no thanks. Isn't there an easier way? But it's the process. Many people, and I used to look at it this way myself until I got a few more years on me. Look at people that are successful and think their life is so easy, so great. You would like to be like that or have what they have. But are you willing to pay the price, as they say? Therein lies the how would I say it? The key to success. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to walk the same road they walked? When we look at these people, we only see the success, and some people call them lucky. A friend of mine gave me a post, and this guy said something about millionaires and billionaires. You know, they just lay around all day. They make their money from other people, etc., etc. But I don't know anybody who's successful that doesn't get up early and work late. And they have a drive that unsuccessful people don't have. And they have the inner strength to get back up when they've been knocked down. They have the inner strength to continue to press on when it seems like everything and everybody is against them. Now, if you weren't born with that, I believe we all are, but we don't all take advantage and we don't use that power within us. You can develop it. And it's as simple as just today. Let's say, what is there today that you haven't done that you know you were supposed to do? What is the next right thing that you're supposed to do? Okay, if you haven't done it today and you don't do it today and you put it off, that procrastination weakens your inner man. Instead of gaining strength, it weakens you. So if you just do that next right thing, you will gain a strength of character. Maybe not much you could notice right now, but every time you do that, each day you do the next right thing. And if you really want to get a boost to character and integrity, do the next right thing even when it's hard, when you're scared to death. Let me see, let's come up with an example. You're at work on an assembly line, and you put parts on a certain, I don't know, mechanism, some piece of machinery. And you're putting your part on, and the machine you work with, you accidentally drop a tool down into the machine. And what happens? The machine breaks, and you're talking thousands of dollars. Now, in this case, you can blame it on the guy next to you, or there's a way that you can say you didn't do it. Maybe a tool fell off the shelf someone left there. So you can make something up and get away with it because you're scared. You might get fired, you think. Okay, so what do you do in that situation? You want to be a man, you want to have integrity, you want to have character. You go up to whoever's you're in charge and you tell them that you did it. You dropped your tool in there. You're responsible for breaking the machine. There you go. That's the price you have to pay. And you have to continue to pay that price and to live that life of integrity, even when it's difficult like that, even when it may cost you your job. And let's say you've been there 20 years and you've seen other people break things, but they don't take accountability for it. I've been in business since 1985. I've been self-employed, and I'm going to tell you what, we broke a lot of things. It happens. And it's hard sometimes. I'll give you an example. We were on a job once, and we're in this lady's house, right? She's a nice woman, and she's got these vases in there, and she told us, I think she told us to be careful about those. And my son was painting the wall, and the back of the pole hit it and broke the vase. And so he said, "Hey, I broke one of your vases." And she was in the other room. "Well, as long as it's not that red one." Well, it was the red one, of course. "What are we going to do?" She was pretty good about it, so we offered to paint another room for free. So when you make a mistake like that, or you break something, or you screw something up, just say, "Hey, I did it. Is there anything I can do?" Or offer to do something, not just to equal the value, but to equal the value plus maybe give them a little extra to try to make that right. Sometimes people say, "Don't worry about it." I can think of another time I was working at a lawyer's house and I'm painting for him, and he says, "Just be careful with my bedroom set." He says, "I'm not worried about anything else but that." And it was a beautiful cherry bedroom set. And I have to move furniture all the time. Well, it had three posts coming up, two on each side and one in the center, I think. Yeah. So I'm grabbing it to move it. Well, the two posts that come, the bed posts that come up on each side are solid down to the ground. Well, the one in the center wasn't, but I thought it was. So when I grabbed it and I went to move the bed, I broke it. Jeez. Anyway, so I glued it back together. You couldn't even see it. I mean, you had to get down there and look at it. But I told him anyway. And I ended up doing some free painting for him. So they get upset, of course, but you just have to do the next right thing. And these types of instances, when you face the fear of owning up to your responsibility, builds that inner man, builds that character, builds that strength. The same way as if you go to the gym and lift weights. Do it every day, even when you don't want to, you get bigger muscles. Well, that's the same way with the inner man. When you do something that's difficult and hard, you build up that inner man, and you need that inner man strong to accomplish and achieve and maintain your vision, your goals, your dreams. All right, I'm going to stop there. Thanks for joining me. We'll get back with some shows here pretty soon with all of us around the table. I'm going to invite some guests here. Um, Thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know you were here. Take care. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time.